Hello and welcome everyone in another episode of Researcher Celebrity. Today we have Dr. Rupak Kumar with us. A brief introduction of Dr. Rupak. He has done bachelor's from MLT College Saharsa in biotechnology. For masters, he attended MSCB University, formerly known as Odisha University, and then he did MPhil from Sambalpur University, post which he worked at National Dope Testing Laboratory, New Delhi as a research fellow before joining the PhD. Then he joined PhD in Biological Sciences from Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences, also known as BITS Pilani, during which he received the fellowship from MHRD and visited University of Haifa, Israel as a visiting fellow. Came back, got the degree awarded, and then he joined as Senior Technical Data Associate at Central Drug Standard Control Organization headquarters in New Delhi. Post which, he got an opportunity to work as a postdoctoral fellow in Miguel Galil Research Institute, Israel, which is one of the famous ones for mitochondrial research. And then currently, he is working as consultant in regulatory affairs at Indian Council of Medical Research headquarters, New Delhi, India. With this brief introduction, we'll say thank you so much, Dr. Rupak, for taking time out for this conversation, and we welcome you to the platform.
Yeah, it is my great pleasure. So I just rectify some of the things that the Miguel Galili Research Institute is one of the premium research institute in Israel, and popularly it is called as a powerhouse or the mitochondria of the research. So most of the time, different aspects of the life science, biological science, they are doing the fantastic research in every domain of the science, mostly the applied one, the basic science, everything. So it is just like a powerhouse of the research thing. So if you are aware of the northern part of the Israel, they are quite well thing. And unfortunate thing is that the border of this particular place, the northern part of the Israel, is located near the this one is. This conflict had been going earlier last 2022. So, but this is a premium institute for the research of the thing.
Good. Thank you so much for that addition. We always start our conversations that how and when you decided that you want to become a researcher.
Yeah, really, this is a really good thing. As a typical North Indian mentality, I am not expected. I'm not exempted myself. I have the different thought process. But on the other side, I have the inclination to do something for the betterment of the society, something do for the betterment of my place. Because if you look at the location where I belong to, from where I coming from, this biological world, you cannot find in the Indian map, because this is not everyone know. Okay, this is this place, because no one knows this particular place. So I have to. So I am thinking that why not I can do something for the betterment of my place, betterment of my society. And I have some inclination in the biological science. I do the struggle period when I am teaching to the student. So there are many more questions that I don't have the answer during that period of time. Why the cell division going on? Why this photosynthesis is going on? What is the mechanism? This one, because no one teach me this thing when during my career. So that is the some of the impact give to me. So why not you do the profession like that one? You go for the research, you explore the biological world, you explore the chemistry, you explore the thing, so that at least you have the right information, and the same thing you can communicate to your student, your community, so that at least scientific temperament can be propagated from one generation to different generation. So that is my source of inspiration. I have to do for the science. And coming to my background and something like that, in my background, in my family background, no one knows about science. No one knows about what is going on, what is the higher education like that. So there's a huge gap. So in order to fill this gap, I have to select this profession. as a challenging profession. Okay, let's see what to do it, because I don't have any godfather, I don't have anything. So everything whatever I learned, that is my own capacity. I am the godfather for myself only. That is
That's
the reason.
great.
That is the reason I have the inclination to do something for the science, something for the science, not for myself, not for anything. If I do something for the science, definitely everything will be solved.
Absolutely. I think that's a great motive behind pursuing research. And as you mentioned, coming from a background where nobody knows what career you are talking about, and having this community oriented heart where you want to make those changes is a great starting point. But having those challenges, starting with moving from your native town to different cities for education. Let's start with the Masters of Life Sciences. When you move to MSCB University,
Yeah.
what were the thought process before, or what were the options you had at that point of time?
Yeah, you will be surprised to know that I really, when I am shifting from one location to different location, since this is Odisha part, and I am totally unaware of the language barrier. I don't know where to go, which train I have to pick it, from where to which railway station will be near me, because everything I'm totally blind. When I have been selected for the master degree in this particular university, I go to one faculty to different faculty to some other faculty to know, sir, can you tell me what do you mean by this biotechnology course when I have been selected for the master degree in this one? Uh, can you let me aware what I have to teach in this biotechnology, because I am totally unaware of this discipline of the thing, how to go there, what is the route, because I'm totally unaware of the thing. So you will be really surprised to know. Just I go to this particular university without knowing anything. Even I am not in, because if you go to this particular university, everything written in the Oriya language, and I am not aware of the what is written in the Oriya language. I am good enough in Hindi or English, and based on the diagram of the university, I finalized that okay, this is my particular university. I went there. I went there, and then I just do all the Q&A session with some of the faculty there, some of the staff there. Sir, can you tell me, because I am coming from the nearly in, that different state, and I am not aware of this biotechnology course. So can you tell me what is the biotechnology? What is the infrastructure? Do you have the university? Everything. So some faculty tell me, okay, you can do this one, you can do this. There's a huge potential to doing this one. But really, to be honest, I am not convinced the answer given by the faculty member in the particular university. And without taking anyone to okay, sir, I will take the decision and I will come back to you. But unfortunate thing, or the fortunate thing is that I cannot do the admission. I go back to my native place again, wait for the one more week, go to some other faculty, go to some other place to know, sir, please tell me, I'm not in position to take the right decision, either I have to get the admission or not, I get the admission or not. And and the parallel where the university person is calling me, hey Rupak, where are you? You came here and I'm not finding you, why not you are taking the decision? Really, this is a surprise element for me. And after 1 week of struggle time of my teacher, my faculty member in my hometown. Finally, some of them, my teacher told me, Rupak, just think that the biotechnology, whatever you are subject and selecting, that is your call, not it is my call. You have to take your own decision. I can give you the direction that okay, no one is perfect, no one is a complete university. You have to take, if you have the inclination for to take care of the science or do something for the betterment, and parallelly you have to take care of your career, your age group, everything, that I think you have to take the admission and do it. It does not matter the university is good or bad, infrastructure is good or bad. It mattered for some while, but not a matter a lot that that is the problem of the university. They do not give you the facility to do it. But if you have the inclination, if you do something, definitely you can reach at the height of the Everest or something like that. So that is the particular motivation by my teacher in my place. And then I again return back to this particular university, get the admission, and admission is near to close. So nearly they are planning to take 30 students for this particular course, and I have 27. I am the 27 student. So nearly to complete this course and go back to the particular university, get the admission, do everything, all the formality, and then finally I join the master in biotechnology. So there's a huge thing is going on. How dilemma
Absolutely.
is there? You just think it.
No, I think that make in it more interesting that having not a lot of information about it, as you mentioned about limited resources, limited knowledge, but the zest that you really want to do that, that zeal that like, no, I really want to make significant contributions to the society, to the science. You took this leap of faith and attended the college, university for masters. When it came
Yeah.
to MPhil, how do you think that what was going at that point of time in your mind?
Yeah. So when I had been selected for the MPhil degree in Sambalpur University, one of the premium institute in the Odisha, because during that time the government introduced one rule immediately that whosoever has the MPhil degree or the national net or JRF something like that, they have been exempted for the selection of assistant professor in the some of the national or the state university. So that time when I complete my master degree, immediately that particular circulation come into the picture. And due to that one, most of the students as a biological field, most of them jump for the MPhil degree. And I am the one of that one. And I apply for the two discipline. One discipline is life science, other discipline is environmental science. I have been selected for the both of the discipline. I faced the interview for the both of the discipline, but finally I have to select for the one discipline, the same day university, and finally I select the life science department because I do for some of the homework and know that the life science department of the Sambalpur University is a really prestigious department, and you have to do the lot of the thing. So that is the motivation I have been selected for the MPhil degree, and since this is a 1 year course, so I'm thinking that why not you can this 1 year course, and that will give you the platform that at least you can select your career as an academic position. So that is the reason. And one more thing I'm telling you. Earlier, I was in the Odisha, that is the eastern part of the Odisha, and I went to the western part of the Odisha, that is the Sambalpur. Again, there's a cultural barrier there. But since I was quite well educated in the last 2 years in the Odisha, I managed the thing. But the Sambalpur experience, what I have really, this is a once in lifetime the thing. Since I am the outsider in this particular university, not many more. Most of the person is coming from the Bengal, for Bihar. That is quite far from this one. I'm the totally proud element for me, and I represent department. I do lot of good thing in the particular university within the period of 1 year, and this is the opportunity by the university, or this is the talent, or this is the knowledge by the university that I have been go through the IIT Delhi during my one of the research project, that is the part of the MPhil degree. So that give me the confidence that if I belong to this particular department of the university, that give me a platform to go to the do your research. If I don't have the infrastructure, go to the IIT Delhi. So that university give me that particular film, that particular positioning to go there. And once I went to IIT Delhi, my all sensor will be wake up. Okay, Rupak, what are you doing? You see, IIT Delhi is doing this research and that research. You are putting in their effort to there. That is the right time. I await the thing, everything there, and then I have the full time dedicated. Okay, I have to do this. So because before joining to IIT Delhi as a research intern, so I'm not too much aware, because I found that if I don't know the isolation of DNA, this is not my fault. This is the fault of the university or the infrastructure that cannot give me that possibility to do the research at my undergraduate level or my the school level. But it does not matter. Look, I will read through the some of the history of the Nobel laureate. They are not aware of the thing that late business does not mean they do not do the better thing in their life. So that ideology I have, and due to that one, once one I complete this internship or the dissertation at IIT Delhi. So that give me the lot of the thing. And afterward, uh, I think you missed this particular aspect that I have been selected for the one diploma course at Bharati Dasan University, Trichy. And that is also the government sponsored thing, because once I complete my MPhil degree, do the research, everything, there still there is a big question to me: what you do next? What, where are you sustaining? Where are you getting the money, or how do you sustain the thing? Again, there's a big dilemma over there, big question mark over there. And as a MPhil degree holder, I am not in position to take, okay, father, give me some money to sustain here. That is really big hurdle in the society like this one. So I'm looking for something. I face some interview for the academic position, but where somewhere they have the some question mark. Hey, you are doing this one, you are doing this one. I need this, I need that. Okay, not a problem. Okay, that is your call. Okay, not a problem. So I'm looking for, why not I do something that in which some money will be coming and I can enrich myself in terms of different tools and technique that will be used in due course of time. At least I can aware, I can enrich myself. And during that particular time, again, government of India introduced one fellowship scheme in which you can get one diploma degree, as well as you have the exposure to the hospital environment, where you can do the molecular diagnostic work, and parallelly you get some scholarship. So that coming to my way, and finally I've been selected there and went there and do the diploma. And this is really a good story. When I went to this Tamil Nadu Trichy part, this is also a totally a different aspect from North Indian part to the South Indian part. The language varies, everything will be coming to mind. And this is a really, I can explain you in the next round.
Okay. So when you said that you already experienced when you were doing your masters that the infrastructure was not there, but they had collaborations where then you moved to IIT Delhi for your MPhil and then did some work there. This is something which we always try to tell to all of our audience, whosoever listening to these conversations, that sometimes you might not have the infrastructure in the place where you're working, but having those networking, either your supervisor have them established already, or you can write to them, having those collaborations set up, it gives you that intra-disciplinary action also, and it builds up your network, which the earlier you start building your network, the longer it goes far in your future, because now you have expertise in different fields, and also now you're making these connections. Speaking of the
Yeah.
second aspect, when we talked about the scholarships, like, yes, not all of us comes from privileged families where we can take care of everything by ourselves. We have to support our families. So having that responsibility, you should not compromise on any of those, because if you want to become a researcher, if you want to pursue research as your career, there are always opportunities. Dr. Rupak mentioned some, either you are working in India or you want to work outside India. There are fellowships which are very prestigious, very competitive. You have to apply for that. And again, those also increase the value of your resume, your CV, because they shows that you are a responsible person, you are competent enough to hold that grant and then make it one. This gives you the financial independence. Absolutely perfect. But Dr. Rupak, having done masters in philosophy, for all the viewers, if you don't know what MPhil is, it's master in philosophy. It used to be a degree where when people were not going a lot, many people were going for PhD, but people used to do MPhil. Now it has been kind of subsided. Now few places MPhil are offered. So you already experienced the research in MPhil in
Yes.
different places, okay? Either it in Bhartidasan or in IIT or in your own Sambalpur University. What
Yeah.
were the thoughts or, the challenging part of getting into PhD?
Yeah. So coming to your question, I just highlight one more thing. Once I was doing my MPhil degree, some of my colleague, I cannot pinpoint the name or something. They are approaching some of the faculty members for the research, for the internship, for the dissertation, and I come to know that ABC, the person whosoever that they were applying to their one, and they are going there to do the some of the part of MPhil dissertation, and they have the future plan to do the PhD of the thing. So before I don't have any idea. Honestly, I'm telling you, I don't have any idea. I will give some of the incident what happens to me. So I don't have any idea. So I approach to that particular fellow and tell him, can you please guide me what is PhD, what is synopsis, where to do, what to do, where to approach, where not to approach. But unfortunately, I don't have the right answer because they are thinking that maybe I will be the competitor of him or he like that one. So that is again a big question mark for me. Big question mark for me. I don't know what to do, what not to do. Okay, but there's a good thing is that during my selection at IIT Delhi, I have a very good enough to approach some of the faculty through you over the email, over the hard copy application, because that liberty will be given by the HOD at the MPhil department. They told me that you can approach to ABC, whatever university in India, out of India, that is, and I can give you the recommendation. I can give you the that one every requirement I can give you the even they can give me the privilege that you can use the stamp. I can give you the okay, do not put anything. You can just give you the playbase to write them, take the stamp, make it go there and make the duplicate stamp and put into. Honestly, I'm telling the thing. So I approach n number of university in India, out of India, everywhere this and that. Love face the interview here and there in Orissa, out of Orissa, North India, out of India. Somewhere I have been selected, somewhere I have not been shortlisted to do the interview. Nearly, if I am not wrong, I faced nearly 200 or more than 200 interview during that particular period of time. Go one place to different place, some because that time that is very hard to go to the online interview. Everywhere the offline interview is there, one place to different place. So this is also a challenge. I, to be honest, I'm telling you, I don't have the sponsorship. I don't have the money to go one place to do different place. So this is a really different aspect. I remember when I went to the interview at the Chennai Madras University. At that time, my health was very crucial. At that point of time, I cannot reveal this fact to my family member, anyone, because to be honest, I'm telling you, I have very limited amount of money. If I expenditure more than that particular amount of money, suppose I have 100 rupees, and if I spend 110 rupees, I have to think a big question mark from where I can make the 10 rupees more to sustain the thing. So this is really of the thing I cannot tell you. I stay on the railway station, went for the interview. Lot of the thing will be going on. Somewhere I have been selected, somewhere I have not been selected. This is a horrible experience I have during this struggle period of time. Good thing is that once I complete this diploma course at Bharati Dasan University, I have the good opportunity to do the work at Tata Cancer Hospital, Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, and that will give me the again a different world from IIT Delhi. That is the completely technical institute to the medical setup institute, the mostly cancer premium institute of the cancer hospital. So that is the source of inspiration. Okay, and once I did the research work at the Tata Cancer Hospital, and parallelly I have to apply for some of the fellowship scheme, some of the good position of the skill. And during that period of time, you if you think the whole journey of the thing, the government introduce, government has they qualify for the Commonwealth game conducted to be in India. And during that time, I see some advertisement that they are looking fresh master degree student or the MPhil degree student. They have the knowledge of the biological science and the analytical science, and as well as the medical science, something aware of the all the doping or something like that. Although I am not good in the doping thing, I am not aware of the what do you mean by doping something. But a good thing is that I have the good qualification, I have the good inclination, I have the good thing, something like that. And since there is a huge vacancy there. I went to this Trichy place, to the New Delhi place, qualify for this particular interview at the National Dog Testing Laboratory, and then finally I have been selected because there is a demand for they have to do the Commonwealth game and they need the manpower to do the doping analysis of the urine sample or the blood sample, something like that. And during that time, I qualified the interview because based on my qualification, based on my knowledge, they are thinking that Rupak is a good candidate to select them. And really, I give the productive result during my stay there. And finally, I have been selected there. I worked for 1.5 years there. I know. So you just think the technical background is the IIT Delhi, the classical biological background is the North University, Sambalpur University, then IIT Delhi, then medical background is the Tata Memorial Cancer Hospital, then go to the different thing, the doping thing, where there is a lot of combination between the medical, biomedical, all the research, analytical part will be there. So I did this one nearly 1 month. I had to take some of the training. What do you mean by doping? What to do? What not to do? Where you can put your knowledge to prevent the doping to the sport person like that one. So after 1 month of training, they finally selected me, and I have to work. And I'm good enough that I am the part of the Commonwealth game. I'm the part of the that Winter Olympic game, and that time the right time where most of the that permanent employee in this particular national doctor testing university, they are telling that Rupak, do you know that I have been enrolled for the PhD degree in XYZ university, and I am doing the digital, I'm doing the synopsis for this one. That time that clicked me. Since I am the hungering for the PhD degree, I'm thinking that I'm not. I have to do PhD means I have to do the PhD, and then during that time I'm doing the National Dope Testing Laboratory as a research fellow there, and parallelly I'm applying for the PhD degrees here and there, India and also out of India, something like that. Fortunate thing is that then BITS planning come into the picture. BITS planning will come into because BITS planning had the four different campus: planning campus, Hyderabad campus, Goa campus, and Dubai campus, and they advertise the PhD position there. And since Hyderabad campus is a really new campus that is established during that period of time, and one of the faculty member, Dr. Suman Kapoor, or maybe I can tell later, Dr. Suman Kapoor. So I'm not aware of the Dr. Suman Kapoor anywhere, but I qualify for the planning exam and do all the interview process, selection process, and finally I have been selected for the PhD program under Dr. Suman Kapoor, and that will also give the total and the horizon, the thinking, the temperament, everything. They change my perspective, everything. They change everything because once I joined in PhD program. They give me the subject which I never come across. I have to read nanobiotechnology. I have to read the material science. Although I am the biologist, but they putting me as in a different domain, in the innovation domain, in the material science, not a core biological science. Nanotechnology, material science, everything totally different. And that give me the different aspect of the, oh, why not you can collab all the interdisciplinary science into the one platform so that the something innovation come into the picture. And since Dr. Suman Kapoor is one of the big name in the all the particular domain because she has a innovator as well as so she is doing a lot of development in the point of care device, a lot of development in the UTI, urinary tract infection device, and many more. She has a patent or something like that. So initially, I have a lot of struggle to manage between myself as a student or and the Dr. Kapoor as a PI. But in due course of time, when we have the same understanding of the labor, then we think that why not Rupak can do some innovation, some research, something like that, that will be productive in nature rather than classical basic science of the thing. And during my PhD, so then I developed a lot of come to the about the innovation, about the what to do about the point of care device, what to do about the UTI device, and then I have to also develop some prototype of the thing. So that is the interesting journey from this in technical background to a medical background, then again to bits planning. The whole journey is quite interesting from one location to different location. You see, Odisha is one place, Delhi is a central place, then Tamil Nadu is a different place. Again, come to the Hyderabad is a totally different place. Then come to the Delhi is a totally different place. So whole is going on parallelly. So this is quite
Absolutely.
interesting to know the thing.
Indeed. So when you were doing your PhD,
Yeah.
okay, how did that all the research experience you already gained helped you to cope up with the what we say the failed experiment, which brings a lot of stress, the mental health concerns in PhD scholars, because that is something which is now coming into the main topics where people are talking about the mental health of researchers. What were your experiences during your PhD? And based on that, what you can share with our audience?
Yeah. So I am not exempted. I don't have any problem with the during my PhD. If not, is really bullshit. If anyone telling that this is really completely, I am also facing the same problem where most of the researchers they are facing the understanding between the PI and you, the mental trauma, everything, the late night working hour, everything is also applicable to me also. So everything will be applicable to me. Honestly, I'm telling you, since I have very diverse background from one place to different place, one area to different area, one area to different area. So my mentor gave me the some of the choice. Rupak, can you do? I have that series of project. You can tell me which project will be suitable to me. To be honest, I am telling you. I don't have too much knowledge about the whatever the projects he highlighted to me. Okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm little a lot of dilemma, lot of confusion there. So I'm not aware because each discipline is totally different from the whatever I did earlier. Each whatever work they are supposed to give me or proposed to give me, they're totally different from each other. And again, the big question come to me: what to do, what not to do. Either I am in position to continue my PhD or not. Again, I approach some other faculty in the same department to go here and there to know, sir, my mentor give me these are some of the options. Please tell me what to do because I am not in position to take this because each discipline totally different from each other. So one of my faculty, I just the credit goes to him. He told me do whatever research they are planning to give you, put your input there, put your best there. They give you the to teach you the tools and technique, and these tools and technique can be used in any discipline, maybe the molecular biology, maybe the animal science, maybe the plant science, maybe the something microbiology, maybe something like that. So this is the platform where can you learn some tools and technique. It does not matter for either you are inclined for the molecular biology, you are inclined for the protein science, you are inclined for the biomedical science. Although this is my core area where I'm solely thinking that why not I can do some work in the some applied science. So that motivation given by my concerned faculty there. So I joined microbiology. So my faculty uh, give me the one project that is the industrial project. Since Birla Institute is the industrial operated by the institute industry, so they give me the one industrial project. So I have to remove some of the pollutant that is coming from the textile industry. This particular pollutant is called morphine. So I have to look for the how the biology can help to remove this pollutant in terms of we can narrow down the environmental impact as well as the biological impact also. Because if you little bit aware of this thing, this particular chemical is the pro-carcinogenic. Pro-carcinogenic maybe it due course of time if we are consuming this particular chemical, so through our food chain it will create the cancer in long term of life, long term of consumption of this thing. So I did my research. I do a lot of thing of the all the molecular work, microbiology work, analytical work to do this thing. And during that particular period of time, I have a lot of the stress condition will be going on because as a course curriculum of the PhD, there is a mandatory requirement that you have certain number of publication, you have certain number of conference, you have certain number of participation, oral presentation, this and that, and parallelly you have to do the progress of your PhD. one of the beauty of the BITS plan is that they give you the independent in many aspects. In terms of you can select suppose that particular facility is not available in the Pilani campus, not in the Hyderabad campus. You can go one campus to different campus. You can approach one department to different department. You can use their chemical, your resource. Just put the concern that I coming from this department. You want to do this analysis. So that is particular advantage I have. So I do all the thing, and due to this course curriculum thing of the thing, the BITS planning also give me the possibility that you have to teach the undergraduate student as a one of the as a part of the PhD. So I have to also teaching assistant to the undergraduate student doing that. So all together give me the some of the stress. So the teaching load, the progress of my research work as well, the fulfill the norms and the timeline of the PhD, everything. So someone complete PhD within the 3 years, I have to complete my PhD within the 8 years, 7 or 8 years, 7 years. So everything will going on, and that give me the whole the mental stress will be going on. And during that particular time, the family pressure will also coming. Hey, Rupak, why you are not married? Your age is going far, you have to marry the thing. So all together come to me, um, and that give me the mental trauma and mental pressure, and I am the victim of this one. And finally, I go for some of the doctor consultation and near my institute to go to this particular, and they tell me, relax, everything happens with their time. Don't take everything as real. That is not your control. You can control only whatever under your control, not everything. External, you cannot control anything. You cannot control your father. You cannot control the BITS curriculum. You cannot control the mentor. You cannot. You can control your research. You can control your research. That is the thing. I control myself. I narrow down the thing, and then slowly, everything will be rectify the thing. And finally, I have been graduated, and the good communication between myself and my mentor, everything will be in the streamline, everything will do. So control yourself, whichever not control under your provision, do not just leave it. You are not entitled to everything at the same time. So that is the
Absolutely.
thing I will overcome the mental trauma.
Now, actually, I think one also important point which you brought to the conversation is like seeking help, like going for therapies is such now we should normalize it. Whenever we have fever, we go to physician, nobody questions. But whenever a researcher is going through stress and somebody says that you should seek therapy, people still are not very acceptable. And that's not only for India, still all around the world. There are countries where it is widely open and accepted, whereas in India, it is not yet. We wish that it can increase, like you have physiological condition, you have treatment for that, you have psychological condition, mental stress, there are people there to support you. You just have to approach them, seek that, accept that you are going through it. Speaking of
Uh,
this, yes, Dr.
I
Rupak.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
I just, sorry to interrupt you. I just pinpoint one thing of that during my PhD, one misfortunate happens to me. I cannot reveal that time. So I underwent one accident there, and one of the minor part of my finger has been cut down. So it will not be repaired. The thing. So you just think the how much trauma I have. So you'll be surprised to know that that particular place where that particular accident had been carried was happened that time. Because this particular city, main city, is quite far, nearly 25 kilometers from the where this particular accident has been happened. So I taken this particular broken part of my finger and put into the urinary collecting tube and went to the hospital. I and my one friend were there, and I there's no anyone. I cannot inform my mentor. I cannot inform anyone. I cannot inform anyone. I went to hospital and just go there. Sir, please admit me. This happens and this accident has been happened, and everything will be ruled out. Everything ruled out. Everything will be ruled out. I cannot tell in word what trauma I have. I'm in between the everything. I'm in between the experiment. I'm in between the PhD. I'm in between the presentation. I'm in between everything. Everything is stuck. There's a big question mark will be there. So I was hospitalized nearly 2 weeks there. Then I come to the hospital. Then my mentor know they think, okay, Rupak, this happened to you. Then my mentor asked me one major question. This is your right hand. This is a major part of your finger. How did you do your experiment without this particular thing? And that my mentor told me, why not it's possible to discontinue the PhD, and this is the whole thing going on, the whole zero, the big zero to come to me. And then because my family member also told me, what you do, what you not do, no, you was in accident or something like that. So again I have the same motivation, no, in that point of time I cannot quit, in that point of time I cannot quit. So I struggle for 1 year, sorry, 1 month or 2 months, and then finally I come back to again lab and do the all the experiment going on. So you just think of this particular trauma. So there's some naturally whatever I have the I have lost this particular part. I don't have this particular part. If you see my finger, so that trauma also I have as a part of the PhD. So I correlate all the thing. If I manage this part, definitely I can manage the rest of the thing, whatever coming to my life. So this also give me the strength of that. This is okay, no problem, because this is not beyond my control. I cannot control it. So this is a really a good thing that teach me during my PhD, and due course of time, everything normalized it. I did my research, I did my PhD, I defend it and qualified the all national, international fellowship program by the MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Government of India. I am the only two students have been shortlisted for the final selection, and I am one of them. So that give me the proud element that okay, I am that particular. I win the yeah, that is the thing.
Absolutely. And I think this is for everyone here that all these challenges which research gives at you are not excluded you from the human life. The challenges, as Rupak
Correct.
mentioned, having those accidents, you are still a human. Yes, you are a researcher, you have your research problems, your failed experiments, but that is one part of it. You're living with people having these incidences or accidents within you, in family, with relatives, with your friends. You have to take up all of that as a pinch of salt. And then, as Dr. Rupak said, all of these challenges should make you build competent, build your confidence, and also giving you this sense of responsibility that, okay, whatever I do, there are consequences. Whatever happens to me, there are consequences. So, taking every challenge, building those blocks, and making that into your success ladder is what researchers do. And that is part of the reason in this series, when we say researcher celebrity, we are here to celebrate every single researcher possible so that everyone, whatever Dr. Rupak has contributed, it is in there all around the world whenever people either publish a paper with his reference quoted, or somebody is learning the technologies, the devices he has worked on, or even now when he's serving as a regulatory affair. Everything contributes and counts. And now we can move on to the next step after your PhD. During your PhD, you already had your MHRD fellowship, as you mentioned, you were in Israel. Then your postdoctoral fellowship came at Miguel Galil Research Institute. How did that go? And then we'll come back to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. So after once I complete my PhD, during my PhD, I have been selected for the MHRD fellowship, and that is Government of India. I am the only two students have been selected. I am the one of them, and as a part of this fellowship, I have to go to the Israel. This is also the good incident. Before going to Israel, I don't have any experience to the flight. So this is the first time I take the flight from India to Israel. Not before that, I have not taken any flight to even for the domestic. So this is the I am the first candidate or first in my family who go out of India. I am the first in my family who do the PhD degree. I am the first in my family who has a lot of qualification like that one. No one in my family has do the all the such type of privilege or the experience that I have. So After PhD, I went there. I went to Israel, do all the research work. That is the alignment of my PhD work, whatever I am doing in the bits planning. And when I come back to India again, the big question mark, what to do? Because again, a lot of competition will be there for the academic position. I applied many of the academic position. I go for the interview. Unfortunately, I am not be selected anywhere. Unfortunately, I'm not be selected anywhere. Maybe whatever the reason, maybe they are saying that oh, this person has a lot of diversity. I tell you one good incident. In one of the interview, they go through my profiling. Rupak, you did this, you did this, you go on this. What to next? Are you willing to get the Nobel Prize? I told yes, definitely I will get the Nobel Prize because my profile is very diverse. I am not restricted to one of the things. I have the knowledge of doping. I have the knowledge of biomedical. I have knowledge of this environmental. I have knowledge of molecular biology. I know I'm not perfect to anyone, but I have the very diverse background. So parallelly, I remember this particular question by the panel in the interview panel. What next? You do this. Next is what? Are you willing to know it? I tell sir, this time will tell you what I can do the best. But unfortunately, I have not been selected in this particular interview. And then big question mark to me what to do. You have a lot of degree, lot of experience. You came from Israel, and then in India, they are not respecting your qualification. They are not giving the position. Good enough is that I applied many more government agencies also there. Some of the and during that time the CDSU had published some advertisement because that time medical device or in vitro diagnostic is booming. The innovation is booming of the thing. Since I have biomedical experience, I have some prototype experience in my bits planning, or I have the technical background also. And then finally, they select me as a senior technical associate there. So that time I am aware of all the government norms, regulation, everything, the noting, everything. Because before joining to CDSCO, I don't have any knowledge about the government infrastructure, government communication, how you can convey your message, how you can do the thing. Because this is not a routine research type of work. This is totally a different aspect of work where you have to put your input to address the challenges faced by the innovator, the startup. You have to get some regulatory approval, something like that. Because CTSC are parallel to US FDA. So if you develop some of the device or the kit, prototype, something like that, you are planning to do some clinical investigation, you have to do for the clinical study. CDSU is the right place where you have to get the permission from the CDSU. And that time I am aware of all the things. So one aspect I do the research, I develop the prototype. Next, how to introduce into the market, in the global market or the Indian market. So what is the norms, what is the compliance I have to fulfill. That time I have the knowledge to know the things about the regulatory thing, everything will be there. And then due to this time of interval, I work for more than 5 years to know all the thing. And parallelly, I'm applying for the postdoc also fellowship. During the office hour, our post office hour, because I'm applying, I'm not interested to do the PhD postdoctoral fellowship in India because I have a complete different perspective. Not in India, it's quite challenging to do the thing. So I'm thinking that parallelly, I'm applying to the postdoctoral fellowship from the office after office hour, I have to do all the applications, send the mail, see the advertisement where my qualification will fitting there, everything will be there. And I applied many more, maybe nearly 100 applications or more than 100 applications. No, nearly 50 or 60 interview I faced. All things beyond the office hour. Maybe the lunch time, I went to some other place, do all the oral interview, online interview, everything there. And finally, I will do this particular progress of time and that knowledge. Finally, I have been selected for the postdoctoral fellowship at Miguel Galileo Institute at Israel. That is one of the premium institute. This is called as a mitochondrial research. This is called the mitochondria of research. So most of the powerhouse research or every type of research has been carried out in Miguel. And one of the part is that I have to do some of the engineering, enzyme engineering. This is totally different field. You think about one discipline to different and totally enjoy engineering. So no, I have the different exposure of this thing. So I worked there for nearly 1 year, and then due to this conflict, Israel, Hamas. This institute is situated near the Lebanon border, nearly 2 kilometers from this Lebanon border, and the government give the circulated that all most of the Indian they have to return back to India, and a lot of family pressure, something like happened, and then finally I have to come back to India. I discontinue my fellowship because this fellowship will be nearly 2 years, and I complete for 1 year, and then come back to India because that time government introduced the away this program, uh, coming and taking the student from the Israel to the putting into the India. So they introduced this particular program to evacuate all the students there. So I have to come back to India, and all the emotion, my family member, Rupak, don't do it here, there. Why not you struggle to India? I told India there are a lot of different ecosystem in India that is quite challenging for me to adjust all the ecosystem because I don't have any godfather, this and that, all these things. But finally, I come back to India, and one again good thing happened that whatever knowledge I gain in the CDHCO and that NITI Aayog, Indian Council of Medical Research, CDHCO, Department of Pharmaceutical, government, they initiate one program. This program is called MedTech Mitra. MedTech Mitra mostly give the facility to the innovator or startup to get all the government regulatory pathway in terms of market approval, in terms of clinical approval, in terms of government tender participation. This is the umbrella initiative by the government of India, and they are looking for such a candidate which have the knowledge about the government setup, they have the knowledge about the biomedical, they have the knowledge about the startup, they have knowledge of the innovation. So finally, uh, the advertisement that come into, and I applied, and I am 100% sure. Once I applied, definitely I will be selected because I have the very unique combination. I know no one candidate can match this particular combination, and I am 100% sure. During my interview, I already told the panel member, "Sir, definitely you will select me because I know whatever qualification, whatever knowledge I have, you cannot find any other student." And that happened same way. I qualify at the interview, and finally I am selected. Now I am serving to the Indian Council of Medical Research as a advisor, as a consultant, give the hand-holding support to facilitate all the innovator startup. And this is a proud moment for me that whatever facilitation given through my channel, everyone 100 out of 100 record will be there. No any question mark, no anything. Most of the product is coming to the market. They are very soon come into the market, and I can support the innovation ecosystem in India. At least the innovator can recall me, okay, due to Dr. Rupak, that product is in India, or maybe we have some global positioning in terms of innovation startup.
Absolutely. Wonderful. So this brings us to the edge of our conversation. To all the audience, what one thing, if you can learn from this about Dr. Rupak's journey from a seeker where a researcher is sleeping on the railway stations because he has to manage whatever he have, then becoming the first generation graduate, first person to take the flight, first person to travel outside India, having 200 plus interviews. As a matter of fact, Dr. Rupak, you are our first researcher celebrity who had performed so many interviews for PhD, then again having 100 plus applications, 60 plus interviews for the postdoc, never gave up on research. One thing we can say that because you chose it, now research is not going to give up on you. And as you said, every single thing, whatever, wherever you have worked, all those experiences came together to create this position where you are serving the society, the company, the startups, as you mentioned, and as a whole, the community, the country, and the humanity as a whole in global perspective, as we say. One thing which we can learn from Dr. Rupak's story, never give up. Second, at the edge, we would like to know, Dr. Rupak, your key takeaways for the researchers who are in dilemma because of their family background or because of their financial support, that shall they pursue research or not? What are your concluding thoughts?
Yeah, coming to your point, I am telling you this is really a candidate call. You cannot motivate ABC, your father, your mother, that is your call. You have to decide yourself at the end of your life, once you leave this planet, either the person can recall you as a ABC or as a some of the contributor or something like that. That is your call. I give the very good example. If you see some of the rickshaw puller, if you see some of the security guard in the whole life, from age of 25 to age of 65, they are the rickshaw puller. They are the security guard only. Out of this one, someone security guard, someone that one, some other, they change their perspective due to that one. If you remember Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, they are the newspaper seller. If they think that they never be the president of India, that is your goal. Do you think that they don't have the problem? They have the huge problem. Everyone they crop. That is your goal. You have to think yourself that you have to live as a rickshaw puller or you have to live as a security guard in the whole life. If you decide you have to do something, I know there is a huge challenge in the country like India. There is a huge challenge. No one support you, no one give you everything, and they take it easy. They cannot give you as a spoon feeding. They cannot give anything, but you have to change your life. Since you think, I have faced a lot of interview out of the work, when most of the employee left the office, I work for more than 1 hour. Why? I have hungerness. I have hunger to do something. Not for everything. Once I do something for myself, definitely my country, my society, my community, my family member will be proud to me. I am not that particular thinking. Only this particular thinking change the temperament, the scientific temperament, do something for yourself first, and definitely they will propagate to the community, the society, the nation. If that thing.
Seems like we lost Mr. Dr. Rupak, because of this connection. But we will wait for some time and then see that if he joins back. Yes, he's there. But I think this is one of the best conversations we had in this series up until now. Having those challenges, that how a researcher decides that he is not going to give up, or in terms of researchers, whenever we say that challenges is not only for researcher, challenges are there for you as an individual, either you are doing research or not. It research is like a little bit more extensive when it adds extra weight on that. But if you have this clear thought in your head that you want to become something, as Dr. Rupak mentioned, neither your profession nor your limitations can stop you. It is you who commit to something and then you pursue, do whatever it takes. At Researcher Celebrity, we always talk about those that we should support all of these researchers, and STEM for Society is there to help you. If you have this courage or passion to follow something, if research is that thing, if research is the thing which works for you, we always say that we are here to support all of you. We can put you in touch with our researcher celebrities. And with this, we'll say thank you so much for watching this episode, and we look forward if Dr. Rupak can join us in near future on one of our panels. We'll be more than happy. To all the audience, we can say stay tuned for another episode of Researcher Celebrity. Although Mr. Dr. Rupak is not here, but we do thank him for his time and this wonderful conversation.